Type 3 hypersensitivity reaction can be local or systemic. In localized type 3 hypersensitivity, the damage is limited to the area where immune complexes are first formed. The local tissue damage is characterized by pain, redness, and swelling. In systemic type 3 hypersensitivity reactions, the symptoms may appear in the sites that are distant from the original site of antigen-antibody contact. So here it involves multiple sites may be affected. Systemic reactions are part of complex autoimmune diseases. For example, systemic lupus erythematosus. In this autoimmune disease, autoantibodies are produced that are directed against self-antigens such as our own DNA nucleoprotein. Another good example of this is the rheumatoid arthritis. In this case, autoantibodies are produced against the patient's own IgG molecule. In the next video, we shall study about systemic lupus erythematosus as an example of type 3 hypersensitivity. So, what is the mechanism behind this is you can see that our body, whenever our immune system encounters soluble antigens in circulation, these immune complexes are then cleared by the phagocytosis. The immune system is able to clear these complexes because they remain small and soluble. The Fc regions of the antibodies of these complexes are bound by the complement protein, that is the C1 protein. So once the complement protein binds to your antibodies, it means it is a classical complement pathway. And then these immune complexes are cleared by the phagocytosis. If the size of these immune complexes has attained a certain size that makes them insoluble, they precipitate out of the serum. Immune complexes sometimes can become large and insoluble when certain ratio of antigen and antibody occur in the inefficient amount. The large size of your immune complex cannot be phagocyted and cleared from the blood. So they start depositing in a single or various parts of your body. The common sites of the immune complex deposition are like kidney, joints, and small blood vessels. So this is the main reason behind the hypersensitivity 3. So what happens is whenever your antibodies, particularly your IgG antibodies, when they encounter an antigen, they go and bind to these antigens. So this purple color what you're seeing is the antigen and the green is your antibody. So when this is bound, what happens? The complement protein complement 1 gets activated and it goes and binds to the Fc region of the antibody. And these are known as the immune complex. And these immune complex are small and soluble. So they can be removed from your body by a process known as phagocytosis. They can be precipitated. So that is how they are cleared. But sometimes what happens is in hypersensitivity 3, the immune complexes attain a certain size wherein they become insoluble. So look at this, the antibodies, you have the antigens and which are again bound to the antigens. So they are insoluble and they have attained a larger size which makes them inefficient to be cleared by the phagocytosis. So what happens? These immune complexes either they settle down or fix into a particular part of your body. It may be the kidney, it can be the joints, or even in the small blood vessels. So this can lead, or this is the indication of the hypersensitivity 3. So let us take an example. For instance, if the immune complexes are bound to your blood vessels, what happens? The circulating antigens and antibodies bind to each other and form in a soluble immune complexes. So these immune complexes get deposited on the walls of the small blood vessels, and the complement protein C1 binds to the Fc region of the antibodies of the immune complex, and they activate the classical pathway, and by this they start to remove the whatever the immune complexes are being formed. But as I told you, when the size is more, that is the antigen antibody immune complex size is more, they cannot be cleared by the phagocytosis. Under these conditions, what happens? That is what we are talking. Suppose say this is the blood vessel. This is the basement membrane of the blood vessel and it is negatively charged. So the antigen size is moderate here. So now what happens? Your antibodies are positively charged. So these antibodies are attracted towards your basement membrane of the blood vessels and to which the antigen binds, and then you can see the another antibody binds. So this is the immune complex which is being formed. So this immune complex are deposited in the walls of your blood vessels. The antigen antibody get implanted with the Fc region. This is the Fc region which are positively charged and this is the negatively charged. So next what happens? The presence of these immune complex activates the complement and it attracts the inflammatory cells such as the neutrophils. So now what happens? Your complement proteins get activated and they start a series of cascade of reaction and they form the membrane attack complex. So these membrane attack complex, what they do is they attract the phagocytes and they can destroy the tissue, while that is the immune complex along with the blood tissue, which can lead to the destruction which is contributed by the inflammation caused by the complement protein. So as a result, there is a destruction of the endothelial cells of the blood vessels. The basement membrane is exposed. The inflammatory response also results in the increased permeability of the blood vessels. Now what happens? It starts attracting the neutrophils. And the neutrophils, what they do, the enzymes are released from the neutrophils, further causing the damage of the endothelial cells of the basement. You can see here. Okay. So further damage to the tissue is caused by the increased inflammatory response and complement mediated reaction. So this is the phenomena behind the hypersensitivity 3. So here you can see that the same picture, okay, that is we are taking the example of blood vessel. If the immune complex get accumulated in your blood vessels, what will happen? What is the mechanism? The immune complex in a healthy individual, what will happen? It will be cleared off by the phagocytosis. But in hypersensitivity 3 individual, what happens? The immune complexes, that is the antigen antibody size is bigger. They cannot be cleared from your body by the phagocytosis. Hence, they go and settle in some tissues like your blood cells or the joints or even in the kidney. So this is what happens. Okay. I have taken the example of blood vessels and I have shown here the blood vessels are negatively charged, so easily they get attracted. Who gets attracted? The positively charged antibody which is bound to the antigens get attached or implanted to the blood vessels, and they attract whom? They attract the complement proteins, which activates what? It activates the phagocytosis, which can affect our endothelial cells. At the same time, it can what? Also attract the neutrophils. The neutrophils undergo degranulation. They release all the chemicals which will further cause the damage to the membrane. And also your complement, once they get activated by classical pathway, what they do? They cause the membrane attack complex. So that is what we have shown here. This is the basement membrane of your blood vessels. Okay. So this is how the blood vessels remain. Look at this. So what has happened here? Here you can see the antibody. Okay, particularly these are your IgG antibodies. So we have the antigen here, which is again bound to the antibody. This attracts the complement. Okay, the complement 1, which in turn activates the complement 3 to complement 9. All these complements go and bind to your basement of the endothelial cells, and what they form? They form the membrane attack complex. They're going to attack all this. When this attack happens, what? There is increased permeability of your blood vessels. You can see there are gaps now, right? So now further what happens? Further the neutrophils are attracted. The neutrophils will send their toxic chemicals. Okay. So the neutrophils will enter it from these regions. Look at here, and they further cause the damages. Okay. So increased inflammatory response occurs in this reaction. So this is about the hypersensitivity 3. So here, who is the main culprit? Means along with your antibodies, even your complement factors. So in the next week, we'll take one example of systemic lupus erythematosus and study about the hypersensitivity 3.